Hello students, hope you are doing well. I'm sorry I couldn't record the video of the concept 3 and concept 4 because I was really busy these 2 days. Let's start explaining the third concept of unit 14, which is equations of lines in the form y equal mx plus c. Okay, so the first idea that you need to understand or you need to know about this concept is the word gradients, or the meaning of gradients. It's well explained here. You can read it in your book. And in other words, gradients is just like the slope of the graph. Okay. Now there is a formula to find or to calculate or to measure the gradients of the graph. The formula, you need to memorize it, my lovely students. The formula is like this. Now, gradient equal vertical rise over horizontal shift. Or in other words, let me make it easier for you. Difference of y over difference of x's. Okay, let me explain this example, students. Now, find the gradient of line y equal 2x plus 1. So this is the equation, and they have like drawn the graph, the equation on the graph. Everything is ready. Now, how can I find the gradient? Students, listen, we always take the upper point minus the lower point, yani b minus a, always. Even if the graph, even if the line was like this, for example, so I'm going to take this point minus over this point, or minus this point. And for example, here, what is the point here? B, point B. Point B, y is 5 and x is 2. So the point B, or the coordinates of point B, are 2, 5, and the coordinates of point A are 0, x is 0, and y is 1. So if I want to find the gradient of this line, I'll do the following. According to the formula, gradient equal difference of y over difference of x. Yani. So this is x, x, y, y. Difference of y is going to be 5 minus 1 over 2 minus 0, and the answer will be 5 minus 1, 4 over 2, and the final answer will be 2. So the gradient of this equation, y equal 2x plus 1, the gradient is 2. Okay, now let me give you an example of, let me solve this one. This question was really interesting. Question 1 in exercise 14D. The question is, on graph paper, draw the graphs of these linear equations. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 equations, and they gave me the range of x is between -5 and +6. For example, this is the first equation. The second equation is not the same, which is -4 to +6, -2 to +6, and -3 to +6. Guys, you don't need to substitute all the numbers from -5 to +6. It will take a lot of time. So the best thing that you can do is take, for example, for this one, for the first one, I'm gonna substitute -2, -1, 0, +1, and +2. These are, I guess, fair enough. And I'm not gonna waste time. I will be able to find the gradient. I will be able to find the line. I will be able to draw it, I mean. So no need to take like all of them from -5 to +6. It will be too much and you'll waste time, and in the exam you will not have time. So let me do the first one. Y equal 3x plus 1. Okay, so instead of x, I'm going to start with -2. Y equal 3 times -2 plus 1. -6 plus 1 will be positive, -5. So the first coordinate is when x is -2, I got y -5. Okay, the second one, y equal 3, instead of -2, I'm going to put -1 now, plus 1. 3 times -1, -3 plus 1, it will be -2. So when x is -1, y will be -2. Now y equal 3 times 0 plus 1, the answer will be plus 1. So when x is 0, y is +1. And 3 times +1 plus 1, the answer will be 4. So when x is +1, y is 4. And the last one is 3 times +2 plus 1 equal 6 plus 1, 7. So when x is +2, I got y is +7. So I got these coordinates, and now I can draw the equation on the graph. Okay, so just let me prepare the graph and I will come back. Okay, so the graph is ready right now. So the first point is -2, x is -2, and y is -5. 1, 2. Okay, and y is -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first point is here. Okay, the second point, -1, -2, it means here. And x is 0, y is 1, which is here. And +1 with 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is it. 2 and 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is 2. It's almost here. Okay. Now this is the line. This is the equation. Okay, this is the equation of equation is y equal 3x plus 1, the line of this equation. Now how can I find gradients? Okay, so I'm going to take the highest point, which is this one. We said like it is 2, 7, and the lowest one, which is -2, -5. Okay, now the gradient, to find the gradient, we said difference of y over difference of x. Now y is 7 minus, here y is -5, -5 over 2 minus -2. Okay, so here negative and negative, it will turn to positive, so it will be 7 plus 5 over 2 plus 2. 7 plus 5, the answer will be 12. sorry, 12 over 2 plus 2 is 4. Now 12 over 4, the final answer is 3. So the gradient of this equation is 3. Okay, you can do the same thing with the other equations, like I have here 5x minus 2. Also, it's between like -4 till +6. No need to take like all the numbers. Take only 3 numbers or 4 numbers will be fair enough. The same thing for this one and this one. It will be nice exercise to understand, or to make sure to know how to find the gradient. Okay, so this is the third concept, which is gradient. And if you have any question, please ask me on the groups that we created. Before I go to the fourth concept, I have this one here. Question 4. Draw the graph also, and they didn't give me the range of x, so I will be able to put the range from my head. Now, the first equation is 2y equal 4x plus 8. Here you have to pay attention, and to prevent yourself doing this mistake, guys, y must be alone here. Okay, it's a must be alone. Okay, so I have to take this to, I have to remove this one, I have to remove this 2. Okay, and we can remove it by like take it to the other side, and instead of multiplication I'm gonna make a division. So if I want to remove this 2, I have to divide the sides of the equation by 2. So here it will be y equal 2x plus 4. And then I can give, for example, x is between, let's say, -2 to, let's say, +2. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. You can put any 2 numbers, like the range you can put it like from, for example, -6 to +6, -10 to +10. It's totally up to you, but like always try to make it easy. Try to choose simple numbers, easy numbers for yourself. I don't want you to be to waste time in calculation or to make it complicated to yourself. So for okay, so let me find the graph and then the gradient. Okay, for this one, y equal 2 times -2 plus 4. Here 2 times -2, the answer negative, so the answer here will be 0. You can do the calculation. So when x is -2, y is 0, and 2 times -1 plus 4 equal -2 plus 4. The answer will be +2. So when x is -1, here it becomes +2, y is +2, and when x is 0, the answer is +4, y equal 2 times 1 plus 4, 6, 1, 6, and the last one is y equal 2 times 2 plus 4. The answer will be 8. So 2, 8. Now just let me prepare the graph. Okay, so the graph is ready right now. The first one is -2, x is -2, and y is 0. -2, 0. This is the first point. -1, x is -1, and y is +2. -1, +2, so it will be here. 0, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 6, 5, 6, this one, and 2 8. Yeah, it's almost here. Okay, so this is the equation. It must be like a little bit here, I guess. Yeah. This is the line of the equation. Okay, now for to find the gradients, I'm going to take the highest one and the lowest one. Remember, the gradient, the equation is y equal 2x plus 4. This is the equation. Now the gradient equal difference of y over difference, or change of y over change of x. Now y is the highest one was 2 8. This is the highest, and the lowest was negative 2 0. Okay, so the highest 8 minus 0, it will be 8 minus 0 over 2 minus negative 2. It will be 8 over, because here guys, negative and negative, it will be positive smiley face. It means positive, and 2 plus 2, 8 over 4, and then the answer will be 2. So the gradient of this equation is 2. Okay, I hope that you understand the idea of the gradient, and it is really easy. Any question you want, you want to ask me, you can ask me on the group. And just please do not forget, in this question I will not be able to solve the equation unless I make it looks like this: y equal number times x plus another number. Okay, so y must be alone here. Y must be alone. For the second one, for example, 4y minus 12x equal 12. So here I have this one, I have to take it to the other side first. It will be 4y equals 12x plus 12. Here it was negative, when I take it to the other side it will be positive, and then I have to divide by 4. It will be y equal 3x plus 3. So once I reach to this equation, yes, I will be able to substitute. I will be able to draw the graph and find the gradient. But if I will like use this one, it will be really hard, and it won't be right, I guess. I don't think that you will find the right answer. You must make it y equal mx plus c. Okay, now this is the idea of the gradient, and the third concept of unit 14. Okay, sometimes you get the gradient like in negative. For example, this example is really important. As you can see, the line is going down, not going up, in negative. So the highest point P over the lowest point Q, and here the answer, you will get it like in negative. Okay, which is totally okay. You can get the answer in negative and positive, not a big deal. Please solve this 3 and 4, question 3 and 4, and send it to me. I just want to make sure that you understand the idea. I want you to solve it and send it to me. Wait. For this one, only A and C, and for this one, also A and C. Okay. Just solve it and send it to me, just to make sure that you understood. Okay, parallel and perpendicular lines. This is the fourth concept of this unit. Parallel and perpendicular lines. How to know like these equations have parallel or perpendicular lines? Let me give you an example. Okay, so parallel and perpendicular lines. For example, I have these three equations: y equal 2x minus 1, the second one is y equal 2x, and the third one is y equal 2x plus 1. Okay, to know like the lines of these equations are parallel or not, just check the number that next to x. If the numbers and the signs of these numbers are the same, it means yes, these lines are parallel. Okay, for example, if I have like this one, y equal negative 2x plus 1, no, this one is not parallel with these. Why? Because it has negative sign, while the others, all of them, have positive signs. Do you understand? In this case, I can find the lines if they are parallel or not. Okay, how can I find if these lines are perpendicular? Okay, to find the lines if they are perpendicular, check this one. They give you such a question like two lines, okay, and they want you to find, do they are they perpendicular or not? To find the lines if they are perpendicular or not, you have to find the product of the gradients, of their gradients. For example, this line I have AB and this line is BC. I have two lines. Now I have to find the line of AB first. The line of AB, okay, the point of A is 1, 2. This is point of A, and point B is 3, 5. Now, as you can see, this line starts from A and ends in B. So can I find the gradient of it? Yes, of course I can find the gradient. I can find these two points. Yes, of course. Once I have the highest and the lowest point, it means I can find the gradient. Okay, and what about the like this line BC? Can I find the gradient of this line BC? Yes, of course. Can I find the coordinates or the point like C, or coordinates of B? Of course I can find, and then of course I can find the gradient. Now the gradient of line AB is 5 minus 2 over 3 minus 1. Okay, 5 minus 2, the answer will be 3 over negative 2. So the gradient of the first line is this one. Okay, the second line, which is line BC, the point of B, like we have it, which is 3 and 5, and the point of C, x is 6, 6y3, 6, 3, and yeah, that's it. So the gradient of the line BC is 5 minus 3 over 3 minus 6. As you can see, B is the highest point here. Okay. So the answer will be negative 2 over 3. Okay, now I have the gradient of the first one and the gradient of the second one. Now can I know, Or can I find like these two lines are perpendicular or not? What I need to do is just multiplying them. Multiplying 3 over negative 2 times negative 2 over 3. If the answer will be negative 1 and only negative 1, it means yes, they are perpendicular. If you get another answer like negative 7, 1, 13, whatever it is, no, they are not perpendicular. So let me explain it one more time. Okay, if I want to know if these two lines are parallel, where is the paper? I don't know where I put it. Okay, if I want to know if the lines are parallel, as you can see here, I just need to check the number that's connected to x. If all the equations, like if there were two equations or more, all of them have the same number with the same sign, it means yes, these lines are parallel. Okay, now how can I find these two lines are perpendicular? To find these two lines are perpendicular, I have to find the gradient of the first line, the first equation, and the gradient of the second equation. Okay, and then multiplying them. So 3 over negative 2 times negative 2 over 3. Once I have, if the answer will be negative 1 and only negative 1, not a negative number, no. Like if I got negative 2, no, they are not perpendicular. It must be only negative 1. If the answer is negative 1, it means yes, these two lines are perpendicular and they create a 90-degree angle. Okay, students? I'm not gonna explain y-intercept because y-intercept is already not included. It's not included in the checkpoint exam, so I'm not gonna explain it. Probably tomorrow, inshallah. Tomorrow I'm gonna explain the real life function and direct proportion. Okay, thank you very much and wish you best of luck. Any question you have, you can ask me on the group that we have. Thank you very much.